Daryl Tuffy runs immediately to the Australians. They'll come back for two. Just a hint of swing on that first ball from Tuffy, just coming back at Gilchrist, and that's a very good ploy. If you can get the ball swinging, to be employed. And in the air and gone. A loose shot from Adam Gilchrist. Not much pace given that it was Mills' opening delivery. Really did present an easy catch there at point.
We talk about the lack of pace, slats from our opening bowlers, and this is what's undone Adam Gilchrist here. He's just got through that shot way too early, and in the end just lobbed a catch out to a very square cover position. What a blow early in this game for Mills. Ecstatic, and Adam Gilchrist, well, he's not. He's gone for 4, and Australia is 7 for 1.
Misfield. Big strength of Matthew Hayden. He tends to just fall into those onside shots, and fortunately for him, he was able to break it through the hands of the man just behind point. So a good early start for Hayden.
Well, he's a big fella, and this is almost a miss time, really. He hasn't got that as he would have liked, but that's just shot away.
Absolutely glorious from Ricky Ponting, continuing in the same vein as the other night at Eden Park.
Well, the New Zealand opening bowlers just missed their line. Tuffy here's missed his line again. 2 straight to the left-hander, and this time 2 straight to the right-hander, and that line to good players is bread and butter. Ponting, who's in super form, doesn't hesitate and putting that one away.
Hayden, he'll leap on anything that's just a tad short. If you're an Australian, that is a good sign. It really is one of his strengths.
At 130k, you simply can't get short to this man. He will murder you.
Lovely shot, Ponting. You bowl at his hip in peril. Now Daryl Tuffy's just honed in. I'm sure if we saw a wagon wheel of Ricky Ponting's innings so far, there'll be a lot of runs coming in that area of the park.
Yes. Beautiful shot. Wide of mid-off, and that'll race away for 4. And 50 up for Australia in just the 10th over.
The margins for where you bowl to good players are less. Just short of a half volley, really, at that pace.
Intentionally hit over the top. Clever shot from Ponting. Couple of bounces and over the rope. Big finish to the over.
And here's a good stroke from Ponting. Deliberately hit up and over on a slow pitch. That's a very good shot.
There's a noise, but I've got a feeling that Billy Bowden's going to say that has come off the hip. Kyle Mills and Brendan McCullum, who have a pretty good view of it, are not quite so sure. Where's Mark Richardson and Michael Slater when you want them? They could talk about this one. That's off the glove. Billy, you've made your first mistake. That's brilliance. Already Hayden has capitalised in the crowd. They're into it.
Good stroke. Very good shot indeed, and he's found the gap, Hayden. And that is his 50, his comeback match. He's had a life, but he's picked up 50, 63 his strike rate, 5 boundaries.
Well, it's a good effort. We know he's had a let-off. Should have been given out, but he's hung in there.
Close, but turning a wee bit too much maybe. Brendan McCullum disgusted. Vittori can't quite believe it. And Billy Bowden is not earning too many friends out there in black at the moment.
Oh, that looks very, very close, Smithy. He didn't get a good stride in, did he? He's caught right smack on the crease. On the sweep. Another strong appeal. Umpire Bowden says no again. Excellent over, Dan Vittori. 106 for 1.
He's fuming, Vittori. Look at him. He's absolutely livid about this. Or it at home. There's a risk, but it pays off. He just got enough of it to get past Stephen Fleming. Wasn't that bad a ball.
No, it wasn't. And maybe just the first hint that the risk factors are just rising a bit here. Looking early in the over. for the big boundary shot.
Not great. Oh, that'll add to it. That's beautifully played. Just a bit short, Styris, on that occasion. Hayden is getting back to his best. Some dangerous signs for the next 5 weeks.
69 now from Matthew Hayden. And that's a very good shot. Too short at his pace from Scott Styris. Lots of events on in the capital now, Ian. Had the Sevens a couple of weeks ago, a couple of concerts in the Greater Wellington region. Rugby tickets went on sale last week. I just wonder whether there's maybe I don't know, maybe an oversaturation. Who knows?
50 for Ricky Ponting.
It's 9 wickets still in the hutch. Bowled in. To the top of the off stump. Scott Styris strikes for New Zealand, and how much they needed that.
They needed to break the partnership, and Styris has done it with a lack of pace. A slow delivery which he holds back. Hayden is through the shot before the ball arrives. He gave himself room, but to no avail, and at last the Black Caps feel that justice is done. Hayden is on his way back, but not before scoring 71.
Beautifully bowled, and a big shot for a stumping. Alim Dar is going upstairs, and McCullum, he thinks he's got his man. He thinks Ponting lifted his back foot.
Just have a look, see whether this foot is actually in the air when the bail is taken off. I believe that could be in the air, you know, Marty.
The third umpire has given it not out, and I think that's fair to the disappointment of the crowd and Vittori, who has had no luck here today. Great work from McCullum. Oh, nice. Quick single. Oh, it would have been gone if it had hit direct. Marshall failed to knock out the one stump that he could see from side on. 4 from the over. Australia 146 for 2. Big hit here, but it's straight out to the fence, and Vittori takes an easy catch. And Ponting is gone. The pressure was building. Just 4 runs and over in the last 5, and Ponting felt he had to find a boundary, but instead he's found Vittori.
Styris is doing the job. It's recalled of him to take wickets. A little off-cutter there, taking the pace off it. Great thinking, and it's unusual to see Ponting pick out a fielder in the outfielder with good hands in Vittori, but he's on his way for a well-compiled 61.
Styris into his... The off-spinner again. He's got 2 wickets now. Ponting and Martin have both gone to the off-spinner. And Styris has picked up 3 now.
Well, the ploy of using the slow bowls through the middle is paying off here for Fleming. That's a superb delivery. Once again, the off-spinner straight through the gap. And Scotty Styris doing the job.
A dot ball here and a maiden over, possibly.
Marshall's picked off a blinder here to match the blinder that Styris has had in the last couple of overs with wickets. What a great catch at full stretch. The young Australian superstar of Clyde, he picked out of the air. We won't see much of him today. Well, that's with the bat at least. Look at the Black Caps.
Big shout. And again, Billy Bowden denies Vittori. That was a faster delivery, striking Simons on the move.
And he's gone, Simon Caddage. Well, we're just saying that he's the right man for the job. But Chris Cairns has been simply outstanding with the ball today. It's the experience he's got. He's been bowling more slow balls than seam up, and it's done the damage. We're seeing the ball. Once it's coming, the fingers are rolled across. It just sat up and away from Caddage.
So he's dismissed without scoring. 160 for 6.
Oh, it's nearly back onto the stumps. It's a big dismissal on slow pitches, the under edge that can be dragged back. It's important 3 runs for Australia, and they'll take them however they can. Simons, though, a bit of a let-off.
Now here's Cairns at a difficult time. And that might race away. Mills does well. Turns a 4 into a 2.
5 from the over. Oh, good fielding. Good fielding. Nathan Astle. That's a big hit. That is massive. And a half a dozen for Simons as he just starts to go into high gear.
Where he was so dangerous. Was wide enough for him to free those big, strong arms. And that is a very big hit.
He's got to get the length right here, other Simons will absolutely cane him. That's better. A little bit of reverse swing as well as Simons whacks one into the heel. Even then, Simons still giving himself room. And he'll pick up a couple. It's good batting.
I'm pretty sure Simons has said to Hogg during the break, I'm going to have a crack. I'm going for it. And I'm going for it well. There's 6 to start with. Risk is gone. They won't be bowled out now, Australia, so he can sure cut loose.
It was a slower ball outside the off stump, and Simons must have seen it because he was always going over mid-wicket. They'll look for 2. It's all about Andrew Simons now, Australia's one-day player of the year. 13 from the over. Oh dear. Make it 50, make it 17 from the over, make it. This is outstanding batting from Simons. Well played, sir.
Yes, well might you raise your bat and raise it high, because this is the strength and the power of this Australian side. Never say die when you've got quality players at the crease. They've got a whole horde of them. Oh, and a nice reply from Cairns. But you can see from the reaction, he knows Simons got the better of the battle. It was a lovely slower delivery. Has this man done enough to swing it Australia's way?
The slower ball again, and he was able to just drag it back the length so that Simons never really got near it. So the innings so far for Australia, Simons 53 from 44. Straight down the ground, mighty blow, but it'll be picked off by long on. Great combination. Out on the deep. One last go for Brad Hogg, 24. Now it's a good stroke, but Vittori's positioned well. So just the one. And Tuffy's done a good job at the death here. 7 from the over. Australia 236 for 7.
11 extras in the total of 236. Hayden Ponting, Simons, and to a smaller extent Hogg. The success stories. With the ball, it was about Scott Styris, 4 for 40 from his 10 overs. Cairns 2 for 56, 17 from the last over.
We're underway. Here's the movement, and New Zealand are away with a leg bye. Down. Hayden's put it down. Comfortable catch, 2 hands to the right. Astle has a life. Lee round the wicket. Boys given in. Now, was that going down?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's always hard to get a wicket bowling around the wicket with the angle here. Fleming, well, he shakes his head. He's not happy with this. Alim Dar certainly was. Brett Lee, well, he's delighted with it. Look at the angle there. That's coming in. Let's see where it hits Fleming. It's on the knee roll. This in front of Midland leg. Well, you make up your mind. That man has. Fleming, he's on his way for 5, and New Zealand lose their first wicket at 13.
Little edge, was it? Yes, it was. Billy Bowden confirms it, so Matthew Sinclair has been dismissed by the keeper from the bowling of McGrath.
Well, Sinclair's horrors continue against the Australian bowlers in one-day cricket. McGrath, he's worked away, worn a cross seamer on this occasion, a little extra bounce just a feather of an edge through to Gilchrist. Crowell's got his man there.
One through the gap at last for Astle. Breaks a bit of tension. And it was overstepping.
A few more of these required, and often Astle is a player, he only needs to get one away. He's a different style of player. He doesn't have a back and across movement, it's a little forward press.
Good fortune and a boundary. That's what you do when you try to invent. You take a punt, and sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it don't. Got that one. It wasn't off the middle, but it'll go to the fence. Just maybe pulling the trigger, Nathan Astle.
And that'll do. I don't know that he quite got hold of it as he would have liked, but it's the way he plays. And danger signs for Ricky Ponting and the Australians. If he gets going, he is very hard to stop.
Catch! Oh dear, has he gone? It came off the hand of the bowler. Now, was Scott Styris back in time? I think he's in trouble.
Well, the Aussies feel he's definitely gone, and Scotty Styris is probably the best one, and the look there almost gives it away. So I think it's probably just enough doubt for Styris to survive this, despite what he might think instinctively. And just like Ponting survived a stumping earlier in the day, Styris rightly survives here. This time, Styris has it, but has he got it far enough? Hayden lines it up. Oh, good catch. Gee, and they all run to a man for one of the fine catches of this game, because that ball went a mile up.
Wasn't just that, Martin. He actually ran the wrong way. He was deceived. It's a very blue, azure blue sky here. It went very high from Styris. Hayden on the boundary ran to his left and then suddenly realised that he was going the wrong way, trapped back and then overran it. So that's a terrific effort to overcome what were problems for him. Styris ends up going now. A good catch.
Total misunderstanding between Cairns and Astle, and that is a major blow for New Zealand. Chris Cairns sent out to up the run rate. They were in trouble. They are in deeper strife now.
Oh, this is a tragedy as far as New Zealand's concerned. Nothing has been going Cairns' way in cricket in the last wee while, and this just is the icing on the cake for him. Well, hard to see what happened there, but just both of them standing in the middle of the pitch.
Pick up a single this time, Astle. And 50 for Nathan Astle too. Good effort. It's taken a while. 94 deliveries. But boy, it's been needed.
Well, it's been needed, and the Black Caps need a lot more.
Lovely shot. Beautiful on drive from Hamish Marshall. He'll pick up 4. One of the shots of the day, that lovely cricket shot.
Marshall with a lovely classic on drive, brings up first 4 since the 15th over. Badly needed. New Zealand case was a cross seamer from Simons, just over pitched and a tad straight.
Again down the ground. And again that will run the whole way. Consecutive 4s for Hamish Marshall. Marshall, a bit of momentum into the New Zealand innings.
He's just over pitching twice in a row here. Lovely timing from Marshall. He's just really arrived at the crease.
Lovely shot. Nathan Astle waited on it beautifully. Just tailed in a bit towards off stump that. Success of a shot for Astle. He picks up 4.
Well, Gav, you said expect bounces and Yorkers, and Brett Lee's obviously gone for the Yorker here. He's missed the length. Bowled a half volley on off stump, and Astle, who's got his eye in now, has put that away.
More than was ideal, and now another wicket goes. Brad Hogg is a fine Chinaman these days. He's improved his flight, his variation, And now he's deceived Astle, but between the gap, Astle trying to just force one through the offside.
Yes, the 5 men on the leg side, it was out there, it was inviting, and through the gap she went. Well, the Chinese-Australian strikes. Here's Hogg again. McMillan's gone aerial, and it's going to be a 4.
McMillan's had plenty of time to sit on the sideline and just have a look at what's going on out there, and he would have come up with his plan against Hogg, and he's put it into play. He's looking at the slog sweep, and he's played it very well. Don't make too many errors, and if they do, well, there's a lot happening out there. That one's gone to defence. The third umpire has been called for a run out. In the meantime, the ball has raced to the boundary. I think he's gone. Simon Caddage, number 19, the thrower. It's another tight one for the third umpire. The bails lift now.
Only looking at one stump, really. It's a very good throw, even though the distance is close. And there, the bail is certainly moving. Yeah, it's very much like the other two.
Well, that one in the air, over cover, picking the gap, and 4 runs. Excellent batting.
Just that little bit of extra width which afforded McMillan. He just gives himself, you see this, that extra little bit of room that makes him lean at the last moment.
Something that Australia know. Generally, New Zealand don't. McMillan, he has got hold of that one. Huge!
Oh, he's even pleased with that as well. I think I've hit the sweet spot there. Open the windows, Auntie. That is a big hit. The slog sweep. Styrus got under his one and got it very high, and McMillan's delighted. Whoa.
And a bit of good fortune won't hurt either. That's 4 more. Beautifully played. Magnificently played from the slower ball. Off the bat like a rocket behind point. Michael Clark is there. He could do nothing.
Well, Marshall has the ability to let the ball come and play it late, and that's how he turns it over for singles. He saw that was a slower delivery, waited and waited and waited and placed it through the offside square over point for 4.
Gone. Brilliant work. Absolutely brilliant thinking from the Australians, and Gilchrist has come up with a pearler here in the most unlikely fashion. Very seldom you'll see anyone stump Gilchrist, bowled McGrath. That is superb cricket.
Gilchrist, brilliant. And he's gone now, stumped brilliantly by Gilchrist off McGrath. That's McGrath for 37, and New Zealand 179 for 6.
And Simons now being cut for 4. Marshall picks him off early in the over. And the hair really does stand on end there.
Well, the danger man, McMillan, was removed, and Ponting went back to one of his slower bowlers. But I'll tell you what, the danger man out there is Marshall. He is playing a blinder. 48 now.
He's trying to hit that Yorker length. Trying to bowl full. He gets it through again, Hamish Marshall. He'll get back for 2, and that'll be 50.
Well, this kid continues to impress. He grows from strength to strength. That's 50. Strike rate of 98. No one's come out here and timed the ball better today.
We saw it at Melbourne. There's a chance. Yes. I'll get one with ease. Honestly, they got there and they'll get 2. Simon throws with a dive at both ends. A double play. And they safe on both bases. Tried McCullum twice and couldn't get him. Someone has to see it through. Now they're happy with the height, yep, and they're happy with the line because it went inside the body of Hamish Marshall. He'll shake his head, but this is probably the correct ruling. Unless maybe it's a bit high. On straight. They just get the one. That's all. Oh, McCullum's going to come. Brilliant running. Oh, yeah, he's beaten the throw by a mile. This is where they could win it.
Kaskowicz has won over as well. Oh, just over. And that has gone away for 4 more. Boy, Marshall is having a blinder. Just going to check and see if it's possibly gone over the boundary. Got a feeling it landed just inside, but we'll check it out now with this replay as McGrath charged it, got a little fingertip to it, and it's just bounced inside the rope.
It's a tough crowd over here. I reckon the hardest time I ever copped on the boundary rope was here in New Zealand. Here in, well, Auckland was probably a little worse than down here, but you have to stay strong and not react to any abuse you cop. 204 for 6. No, it's a no ball.
No ball called, so straight away negated the shout. McCullum, will he come back? Yes, he will. This is the combination. Marshall hits it down the ground and weights it nicely, and McCullum takes off, completes it comfortably. Is he out? Yes, he is. He is capable of holding out as Kadich pulls in a good catch, and Lee keeps Australia in the hunt. Oh boy.
Gee, hit it well too. Went like an absolute tracer. Picked out Kadich in the deep. The ball before, he was actually sitting inside the ring. Then he's gone back and it's gone straight to him.
Oh, what a good stroke. What an unbelievable shot under pressure. Marshall using the pace of Lee and playing one of the shots of the night.
Well, it's certainly not in the textbook. You won't find it anywhere.
He bowled a middle stump! And Lee knows it. He knows that that was the opening that Australia wanted, and Vettori has allowed Australia to walk right through him, exposing the stumps. He didn't need to. He could have got in front of them. He could have just pushed for one. Not necessary. Not smart cricket.
Smart bowling from Lee. We've seen him bowl a lot of short stuff today, but there, right up in the block hole, came around for the variation. Vettori, he's gone for a duck. 13 of 12 deliveries.
McGrath is back. Oh, he's bowled and Marshall's played on. Tried that little dinky shot. Didn't come off this time, and McGrath picks up 772nd wicket in international cricket. I say that because he's only ever stumped one person once. That was McMillan. Now he's got Marshall, and now New Zealand are 9 down.
And not surprising that McGrath has come back and chipped in with another wicket, a crucial wicket. The man who has really turned it on for the Black Caps tonight. He's disappointed. Don't be. You nearly got your side home. It's not over. But
don't give your stumps away. Game's over. Australia have cleaned up, and McGrath has been the match winner. 4 for 16. McCullum, Vettori, Marshall and Tuffy have all gone in a matter of seconds. New Zealand had it in the bag. They fought back from nowhere. But now the dream is over as Australia continue the march as the world champions and the #1 side in the world. They played better under pressure. New Zealand didn't.
It's true, and just watching the Australians' reaction when that final wicket fell, and they are delighted with this win. It just shows what this rivalry is all about and what a win against New Zealand means.